the reason why I've titled this, you could probably think to yourselves, why has he titled it? Why have I titled this video Bitcoin versus cost of living crisis in the UK? So I'm gonna introduce you to this young fellow here, who I believe is essentially doing it the right way, right? When it comes to trying to deal with the cost of living. Just give me a second, guys. Let me just get this up for you. Does that allow me to do it? Just give it a second. Right here, guys. So this, I don't know who this is, by the way, and it's not someone that I'm aware of. I just saw the title, and I think I just watched like an intro, one of his videos, and I realized, guys, this is why I say the things that I say. It's very important. Shout out to the Road to One Bitcoin. This guy, I'm not sure his name. We're gonna watch one. In fact, which one? Let's see. Look, this guy's got a job here, and the reason why I'm highlighting this guy, guys, because this is one person. You see how everyone is complaining, which is, and as they should. I keep saying it. Yes, as they should, but you have to be doing something about it. There's people that are not. I've always said that those that are have taken their money and have their money work for them in certain areas. It's just I don't know. It's just funny to me how these people are not complaining, right? So let's watch this guy. Let's just see one of his videos talking about how he's doing Uber Eats, right? Let's see this. Let's see what's going on here with this young fellow. So guys, he's working, because I don't want to just be I don't want to just be showing these type of videos and not, you know, showing the type of videos I was just watching.
Buy a little lower, try a little harder, stack those sats, don't stack the dollar. Right then, so in this video I'm going to be doing some Uber Eats deliveries to try and earn some extra cash, and then all that extra cash that I make from these deliveries is going directly into my Bitcoin fund.
This is the type of person
that was definitely illegal what I just did. That was definitely illegal. Right then, so we're gonna turn this on.
Don't subscribe
and see what happens.
Right.
Ooh, got one. £8.18. Confirm that.
See how we get on. Look, I think it's a genius. It's great. Like how we more like
Right, well, I've got the first one. Now it's wanting me to pick up a second one. Engine's already on. Now, driving is not my favourite thing at all. So maybe getting a second job driving around, especially in the city, not the wisest thing, but here we are. Why that's me to pick up when I've already got one?
Pause. The reason why to me is, okay, let me just let him just do a bit more.
Second pickup. Okay. Here we go. I'm back.
I'm proud of this guy, man. I don't know this boy, but I'm proud of him. I mean,
no,
it's not too condescending. He's a young boy. Like he's under 26.
For some reason.
Under 26.
Okay.
He's a youth, you know.
I've got 3 bags of food in that
And
bag.
this is how I would have been moved.
So I don't know why I've been given 3 bags
I
of
didn't-
food. 2 from Mackey's, 1 from that chip shop.
I
As far
didn't-
as I know.
I didn't, around his age that he is right now.
just going to
when I was
deliver it
there,
now.
I didn't have to go.
Somebody might have ordered fish and chips and a massive Mackey's.
It's crazy. And what he's doing is the way
For
to
where it's sending me.
like compound your however you want to turn it.
This is only around the corner.
Very, very slow. He's a genius.
You could have walked that. Can I drive down here? Even is this place?
VDAT door is doorbell.
And I've dropped my phone. Right, let's close this back up. So it was a double. She only wanted that one. Now I've got to go somewhere else.
Which have to call
Right,
it.
engine back on.
It's not too boring. What did it?
That £8.18 for the first one.
Look what he's doing. Look.
That is 1,121 sats.
Doesn't matter, even if I-
There's another one.
Right. For those that don't know what sats are, it's pretty much is how Bitcoin is denomination of Bitcoin. So what they're saying is there's going to come a time when Bitcoin right now that people are able to, you know, buy it for a certain amount. There's going to become times when even the normal, like the normal man and woman, like, you know, you, me, we're able to buy, you know, Bitcoin at the price it is right now, and we're buying Bitcoin. But it's gonna come a time when it will be so rare that it's gonna have to be denominated in sats, right? Which is short for satoshis, and satoshis are just that comes from the you know, supposed creator of Bitcoin. I don't know if it's true, whatever, but Satoshi Nakamoto. That's where sats come. That's where satoshis come from, which is short. It's abbreviated to sats. That's what he's talking about when he's saying he's, you know, accumulating sats, or, you know, earning sats, whatever, or converting his £8, whatever he said, into sats. Basically, that's what he's basically making money, and he's basically pushing it into, and he's converting to Bitcoin. I'm going to also tell you what else he's basically doing to do that as well. But very, very, very smart young man. And this is what I'm saying is, when you look at those that are going through what they're going through, right, when it comes to cost of living, I'll be asking, what are you paying attention? Because yes, it's a struggle, but at the same time, there are certain asset classes that's going to allow you to come out the other end, right? There's going to be a somewhat of an end to what's going on, right? But the end might not be, the end will be the end of what we're going through is going to be it's going to be the end of the traditional setup system. We now have to move forward from there. That's the beginning of now something new. That beginning of something new, you need to be able, you need to have been able to use your to realize where things are going. So that would then carry you into where we're going to, because there's a if you, whether you like it or not, there's a somewhat reset going on. I don't want to go too deep, guys, into that basically, because I always want to focus on personal finance. What this guy's doing, his personal finance game is on point. This is the type of person, if you want, please subscribe to this guy. Don't sub. You see what I'm not. You see my channel. That's not. I do this because I'm realizing, you know, like people ask me, oh, how are you, it seems as though you don't complain about so forth, and how are you like surviving and whatever. These are people that know me. Like, okay, you've done this. You're here. You're putting here. You're someone that looks to be quite grounded and, you know, got a good head on your shoulders when it comes to, you know, managing your money and so forth. How are you doing this, and what's your like secret? All right, there is no secret. There's no secret at all. You know, this is what I would have been doing. Like this, whatever he is, I'm gonna call it, I don't know his age. I'm gonna just say it's under 26. That's his age, under 26. So at this guy's age, being the age of under 26, this is what I've been doing. I've literally been doing this. You know, I'm looking at his car, because me personally, I'll be like, someone of this, you know, someone of this age, and maybe in his point stage in his life doesn't. I wouldn't even suggest him having a car. You know, I wouldn't suggest him having a car. But what I'm happy to see is that it doesn't look like the car is like you know, some type of, let's say, G-Wagon. You know, it looks very just normal, borderline. I won't be surprised if it's, you know, borderline kind of rundown, but it looks, you know, it looks decent. I would say get a rundown car, my guy. If you're really gonna go for this, get a rundown car. It really depends on if you care about how you're viewed. I now look back, and I had the car. My car was a lot better than what he's got, basically. As this is around, again, I said he's probably under 26. So, but around that time is when I was just got rid of my one. But I think looking back now, with the type of person that I see this young man to be, I would have him think about getting a rundown car, something that's even more rundown. You know, it doesn't need to be bad, but get something that's got crazy mileage. You're only using it for a specific amount of time. So get something crazy mileage, you know, okay in size. Doesn't have to be anything amazing. What he's got is fine. I'm just saying the more, because in the end of the day, he's bro, this guy is about stacking. He's trying to get to he's trying to roll to the first Bitcoin. Whether that is great marketing, and he probably knows to himself how long it's going to be for him to get there, if he does get there, but it's smart. He's got the channel name, you know, road to one. This is perfect, man. The road to one Bitcoin is an amazing moniker, basically, right, to have across all social medias. Knowing what that means, he can now start a TikTok with this as well. You know, just do short form videos with him living his life, or also talking about a very popular subject right now, which is I guess personal finance, but crypto, because many people are just jumping on the bandwagon and just becoming online personalities through it. So I don't want to go too much into, because there's a few stuff I want to touch, you know, on more. But guys, those that are struggling, I've just seen a set of people that are talking about cost of living. Some, one or two, were making a joke out of it, kind of, but I'm sure everyone is kind of going through it. But then I see, and I'm comparing them to those that have done a bit of research, see where stuff is going. I'm sure this young man has learned, you know, the foundation of Bitcoin, and you know, for example, just it being sound money. Where if you wanna please look into that, you know, when we talk about sound money, like it's pretty much, just in its most simplest form, is money that can't be asset, right? A asset / currency, whatever. Even though it's not really a currency, but an asset that can't be debased, unlike our fiat, which is for us UK pound, that's being debased right now. It's a sound money. This is why they call it digital gold, right? Because gold is sound. Again, I say about sound money, right? If you were to use gold as a form, which was back in the day used as a form of exchange, the only thing that stopped it was due to the fact that it's transferability. But that's part of, you know, what makes something you know, worthwhile into exchange, or I should say something that is common worldwide, that everybody could use, type of it, you know, exchange, basically. So form of exchange. So long story short, I definitely support what this guy is doing. I think those that are desperate, that are looking at where can I turn to, I know this stuff takes time. This young man is very smart in that I guarantee he's living with his parents, and he's just using that to build. You know, even if he's not, the fact that he's using that, if he's not, it's even more reason for people to look at what he's doing and try to emulate, because he's doing it. He's basically making it work. You know, even though he's not living with parents, but I believe, though I don't know him, I've not checked more stuff of him. This video I just saw was one I was like, yeah, like at this point probably with his parents, so he's able to save. That's the only people that are gonna have your back that much, that are not gonna be on your case. And I won't be surprised if somebody, you know, maybe an elder or something, or someone put him onto this, you know, advise them, this is what you probably need to kind of look at, you know, into doing, because you need to set yourself up, you know, again, it's those that have done the research. that I'm telling you they're gonna end. That this I can't wait to see what the boy, this young man. Sorry, I don't mean to be condescending. I don't mean to be condescending, please. I'm not. But to me, I've always said it, like when I see people like this, I say it from a point of view of respect, from a point of view of praise, praise. That's why I say boy. I don't mean it to be condescending. I mean it to essentially praise, because it's almost like you're not even almost. You're someone showing that you're wise beyond your years. That's why I'm using the word boy, even though I know you. But if people were to, anyway, I'm saying too much. Some people are going to be saying, get off these polls. That's not what it is at all, please. I'm just realizing too many of you are complaining and only a few of you are doing this. This is why I'm giving them the praise. But let's just continue now because I don't want to go too much. Okay.
On then, we'll give it a go. £8.78. KFC. LFG.
Look at this. Music. Okay.
We're on the road to 1 Bitcoin. Stack those sats with me. Buy the dip and DCA and set yourself free.
Some have their own.
You're slacking. If you're not stacking, let's get cracking.
Smart, man. Just when you like stuff like that, they put on like driving, doing that. I'm saying that something that slowly, especially people that know. I've done the research on this asset class and kind of realize, okay, this is.
We're back again. Second delivery.
I just go to TikTok and be like intrigued, like what's
Not for you.
We've
got a double again. Back off to Mackey's.
And these are the
you can hear my brakes there. This is how bad this car is. Every time I come to a stop, the brakes just go.
Right there, doing this and filming it. You want to do this, because like it doesn't. It can be too intrusive, but at the same time, it's showing you, I guess, too much of somebody. You know what I mean? You're like giving too much. There's no error. Error of mystery help when you're from a different perspective, from a different purview. I don't even want to go too much into that. That's not my. I want to focus on that. That's the area of mystery. That guy. Watch that guy. That guy is just up and down. I need to watch him. That guy is on the floor. Just watching that one here. Put your head on the scope.
Let's go. That last one, I dropped off that stank of weed.
Let's forward this, guys.
What? I've done two deliveries, and I've been waiting for another one to come in for about I don't even know, like 20 minutes now. Still finding trips. Let me go offline again. Been here at least half an hour now. I'll give it a few minutes.
A few minutes later.
Maybe I have to literally go and sit in the McDonald's car park so the app thinks that I'm in the location.
Literally.
I'll give that a go.
Means or the phrase.
So maybe I just needed to drive.
Let's call it means like
maybe I just needed to drive to the location more.
Using that
makes sense. So I've just been sat in the car park over there.
But at the same time, he's kind of
sending me any jobs.
He's like bringing
you need to be in the vicinity of the restaurants. That makes a lot of sense.
Or just
KFC.
just like
Thursday night KFC.
Just not too serious. Just
the police are here.
In the whole world of
for the zinger.
So I guess it's like part of the whole finance, most like
I know them. See how we get on.
He's bringing like a real life element to it, right? And just make it normal. Like the branding is great. You know, I'm telling you, like follow me on this journey. Whether he believes he's gonna get there or not, you know, only he knows basically. But it's something that we all struggle with, kind of, right? And doing it in such a me innovative yet simple way that no one else. There's probably someone I don't know there's something I think maybe doing this. I'm not found me. I definitely haven't found them in the UK. Many people are just not. They don't even. They're not. Taxman, I've not said I know about money. You know about normal like stuff like that. I know about real estate as well. So you know, I'm just telling you about basically how this guy using one of them.
Delivery number 3. But a 15-minute drive. This guy's 7.5 miles away. Whew. Right then. Who's not talking to him? It's not too bad. This is pretty chill, especially on a nice night like this. So it's averaging about.
Oh, let me hear what you're saying. What's averaging what?
Easy for a bit of a walk midway through. So after this one, it'll be about 21 quid. So it's averaging about minimum wage. This like 11 quid or whatever ish.
Oh, wage
an hour. But I have been slow tonight because it's the first time doing it.
Oh, first time.
11. Right, so for that one we got £7.13, which is 980 sats. So that is about 3,000 sats earned so far.
Is it converted?
What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go and take Daisy back just so she's not sat in the car all night, and then we'll go back out.
Are the tips automatically going into sat?
Looks closed.
Okay. The tips automatically just convert them into
How
sat.
am I going to get around?
Or always fine. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it'd be great if you're just doing it. Let's keep it moving.
For earnings.
What did you say? See?
But if you think about it, any job is a Bitcoin job if you just buy sats with your earnings.
You know, that there, I don't know how long it's taking for him to edit these videos as well, but that's going to take time. So.
Well, that place was stinking of weed as well.
He's in terms of maybe he's, you know, he's up in his editing game as well.
Is McDonald's even open anymore?
Day 2, okay, so that was his okay, so he's doing it through. So I was follow the day 2. And I was saying about editing, and I just editing. I'm not, by the way, guys, so now I only watched like the first, like I said, the intro. There's a lot of this stuff I have not watched. This is why I'm reacting the way I'm reacting, basically. But I made the following deliveries.
Right then, we're going back out.
I'm like borderline.
Night 3.
I'm like borderline jealous.
Just finished work, and the last 2 nights, in a couple of hours after work,
I'm gonna give you some
managed to get to £70.21p. So I've got to get to 100 quid, the £100 goal by the end of
this stuff. I love it. How he's just using wasting content. He's using it to
we've had one come in.
put music behind it.
It's Mackey's.
And so I'm gonna sit.
Now I am here. It's only £3.30.
Staring at him.
And I said I wouldn't do anything under 5 quid, but I've been waiting ages, so I'm just going to do it. Oh, it's a double. Okay, then let's do the double.
Let's see what you can.
Double. Yep, I'll take it. Right, now we're off to Co-op to pick up.
Guys just stacking sats, bro. All right, so I'm gonna
to £106.38p. £106.38
what you make?
is 146,500 sats. So that's not a bad amount for just a few hours after work across 3 days, across a little weekend. So I'm pretty pleased with that. 146,000 sats.
So he's got a job. He's got a job, but this is his side hustle. And I'm guessing the job, so maybe he doesn't live with his parents. Why? Because he said it as though, you know, I got off work and then I'm doing this like on the side. So he's got a job, he's probably having to pay his own way, which is cool, but then he's using this as a side hustle to stack more Bitcoin. So I'm guessing he gets paid, cost of living is destroying him as well, but he's got a certain, and you see how we're slowly going into personal finance, guys. This is just how my mind works. This is how many people that are very that basically knuckle down on their personal finance. It's just how they think. I would say this is how you have to think if you want to basically, I guess I don't want to say make it, but if you want to be able to survive, right? Many people are saying they're going to go to we could do leave UK. Most of you you're broke. You're talking about leave UK as if you're not complaining about cost of living. Go with what money? You man are broke. You're not leaving UK. You're stuck here. Like, am I lying? You man are stuck here. You're talking about this and that. But you're stuck here in the UK talking about. So what's the point in talking about all of that? Talking all that tough stuff. There's no point. You know, you're here. You have to find a way. Find a way. Like I'm telling you, there's ways. I don't have to say it now because I'm not an advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a financial reporter. This guy is someone that probably could give you, you know, if not advice, someone that you could probably want to follow his lead, because some of you don't, with all the respect, don't have a plan. I'm not going to say I've always had a plan, right? But I can definitely say that there came a point in time, which was specifically, it was more so around 2016 for me, where a plan kicked in. But then when 2020 hit and all of us are stuck inside, and I started learning about like money and, you know, assets. I knew about, obviously appreciating assets, depreciating assets. I knew the stuff from time, but I studied business management with IT, and a lot of business management, a lot of business management course. I literally studied business management business studies basically from college. So they were talking about appreciating assets, appreciating, depreciating assets. So I already knew a car was a depreciating asset, but I keep saying it. You can't really fault younger people for it, because I can't, because I was young once. But if I can give, that sort of insight to provide them that type of insight, I'll let them know, listen, a car, it's a depreciating asset, and I don't think it's something you want to be spending too much on, because it's just, trust me, you don't really need to, but these are stuff we started learning in 2020, and it really, really got me kind of clued up, and I started building my plan, and then like my personal finance really went to another level, because before then I was just making sure I was saving, always having money. I always wanted to have money, a buttress, a support that I've just got there. But then, I have to go to the next level, and I'll be telling my people, like my family, younger siblings, cousins. I'll be telling them, listen, like savings was the one, because they always say, yo, you and your brother, you guys were good at this. For those that know the videos I've always mentioned about my brother, I don't mind doing another video, depending on how the stuff kind of goes, about kind of how this guy was the reason why I am kind of where I am right now when it comes to finance. When it comes to really looking into finance, really making sure that I'm, like everything is airtight. It really came from him. And this guy it's not like a guy that's 5-10 years older than me. This guy's a year older than me. We are the same age basically. I always tell people we're the same age. You'll be like, what, you got a twin or something? Or is it like a different, it's like a different mom, I'm like, no, same mom, dad. Just the fact of, I just see us the same age, because what the way, I don't know how we used to think that way. I'm just above. I don't know. To me, just one of them guys, geniuses, how he moves in that sense. So, like, anytime I look at it, I just always kind of realize to myself that, how fortunate I am. And that's the reason why I am operating the way I do. So when I see stuff like this, I just think it's, it's amazing that this young man is moving like this with his personal finances. And he can teach so many people, man. Honestly, if he keeps going this way, he can teach so many people, you know, with how to manage their finances, because everybody's complaining. Everyone's complaining, but not much people are doing smart stuff like this. That I had to document this. I had to. Shout out to whoever you. I don't know your name, bro. Roll one Bitcoin. Look at that. Transfer to bank account. £100. Look at that. Bitcoin. This guy's a G, bro. He bought £100 of, bro. This is genius, and this levels, bro. And people be like, "What genius? This is stupid." You're saying this as though people aren't complaining out here. So it sounds like he's got a Monday to Friday job, but then after work, he just goes out driving. On top of him going out driving, let me just I'm gonna get you to let you know just how much why this I consider him a genius.
Stack those sats, don't stack the dollar.
Gone up a little once the payment. Don't worry, my bro. It's gonna fight.
Buy a little lower, try a little harder. Stack those sats, don't stack the dollar. Don't stack the dollar. Buy a little lower, try.
So I'm gonna stop there basically, and I'm gonna just have it just him playing the background. Just do your thing, my bro. So you see that Bitcoin pension plan, stuff like that is what I always tell people. Pension, I don't know about pensions, man. I really don't, man. I think pensions, I've always said they're worse than banks. I'm gonna keep repeating myself until hopefully, you know, I get to a certain point where, you know, I know people be able to say you always repeat yourself. So I'm gonna keep doing it because people ain't gonna go back and watch older videos. But what you always hear me say is that I believe pension schemes are worse than bank accounts. Right, so people talk that banks this, bank that. If bank is the devil, pension scheme to me, I don't even want to say the words, man. On you know what I mean, I try not to swear on YouTube. But the reason, so guys, I've just wrote a few stuff down. So the first thing I'm going to say right now is that this guy's working. Right, I first thought this was his job and he wasn't really doing much. Basically, I think he's got a job. I believe he needs to confirm this. I don't know who he is. Shout out to you, my boy, my bro. Go on, please, guys, go and subscribe to this guy for when it comes to personal finance. My channel is not a personal finance channel, guys. It's not. It's, you see what I do. I just do stuff basically. But this one thing that I've always been passionate about. People always ask me questions. I'm like, instead of them asking me in the real world, let me just jump online and, you know, explain and give my take on that subject. So the first thing I'll say that, yeah, so he's working, which is good. So he's earning money from, looks like he's got 2 jobs. If it's one, doesn't matter. This is the job he's working, and then maybe he's again living with his parents and using this as a side hustle, or he has got himself a job, right? So, and this is just a, you know, like an extra. So he's working. That's one way to make money. He's already shown you that he's investing, guys, right? So, you know, he's investing into Bitcoin, which is great for him. That's an amazing thing. But while he's doing that, right, what you don't understand is that, well, for those that know, but if you don't know, you don't start earning any money on YouTube until you hit 1,000 subs. So looking, I believe this year, this young man now is now on 2. Is it 2? Is it 2, my guy? Which means that, yes, he's on 2.7, almost 3,000 subs, guys. So once he hit 1,000, he was able to start monetizing his channel. He was eligible for monetization. So hopefully the music what he's playing is just one that's not, you know, that's gonna have him like get a strike and not be monetized, and be demonetized. But which I doubt it is. So he's now using this. He's now making money off of this video. What are you watching? So he's gravitated towards a very popular subject, which is crypto, Bitcoin mainly. People are hearing about it, whatever. It's growing. If you check like Google Trends, you'll see that the searches for like Bitcoin, crypto, usually Bitcoin is going up. It usually, you know, peaks. It just has peaks and troughs basically, and it's usually a cycle. If you follow it properly, you start realizing that when it comes to, for those crypto experts anyway, because I'm not, you'll see that, yeah, it's like it's in a wave. It comes in usually like 4 year waves, right? Is when it goes crazy and then it tops and then comes back. Like, I don't know if that is still a thing. There's I'm doubtful of like if the 4 year cycle is still intact. I don't know, you know, but So clearly this guy's essentially just learned about Bitcoin, and he's realizing that, okay, this is going to help me, because why? Bitcoin has only seen an upward trend since its inception. Yes, there's been times where it comes really, it goes down basically. Basically retraces. I just say it goes down just to make. I'm gonna just speak very simply for you guys. No point in me saying words you might not understand. So it goes down, right? But then it also comes back up. But from a long term, because you need to have you need to view this from like a long term horizon. Really, it's not good looking at investments in general in short term, but specifically this, because a lot of people will buy at tops and sell at bottoms and then call it scam. It's like you're not thinking. You need to stretch out your view, your like time horizon, to make sure that you've got a better chance of ensuring that your investment is one that benefits, that is one that you've basically recognized profits. Put it that way. So those are the three things I wanted to mention. Is that the fact that this guy's working to make money, right? This is in a cost of living where everyone's complaining, guys. Everyone's complaining. The cost of living crisis. This guy's working. I believe it's 2 jobs. This is a side job. He's obviously investing in Bitcoin, but then he's now found that I might as well just go online and start doing this as well and build my brand. And then now he's branding it up. So he needs to now, he's now making money off here on YouTube. He now needs to, if he can as well, do short videos and just jump on TikTok, and then use that to have people, roll to 1 Bitcoin. Do certain stuff on the street. I guess that he's driving. He might want to do other videos where maybe he's asking people about it, on the street. This now this is personal advice. So just to end up on that one is. This is why, guys, when I hear people say cost of living, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Of course it exists, and yes, I can't put complete blame on you. I do tell you need to hold yourself personally accountable for your PFS, your personal financial situation. You need to be personally accountable. But the outside is making it hard. Some of you are just about getting your head above water. Understood, right? But there's other avenues, and I'm happy. I just found this video, and I'm just happy to sorry, what is that? You see that light? What is this? That's weird. Is it? Oh, it's sorry, my guys, sorry. You guys, what's this guy talking about? The screen, guys. I don't know if you can see it as well. So it's actually the screen, it's actually the video. Yeah, it added the line because I've got my mouse hovered over the streaming service video, StreamYard. And yeah, it's showing a line. I thought it was like a line that's on my wall. Anyway. So yeah, cost of living, guys. So these are the type of people you'll find that instead of me having to say these things, they will point you towards where you need to be looking to help yourselves. Now, this will benefit a younger person more. Like, this man doesn't have any responsibilities. Some people are like, oh, you're talking about these people like he hasn't got responsibilities and so forth. Yes, you're completely right. He's not got responsibilities, and everyone's situation is different, but everyone is going to come out some way at the other end in some sort of form. This is all up to you how you end up there, right? Because and also, yes, with it as well, he's probably looking at it from a long-term standpoint. You're probably thinking, I need to get money right now. He doesn't have to do it. He can just chill. But he's like, no, let me, like I said, if he's got a job, let me now go in the evening and also make extra money so I can invest it into Bitcoin. This is amazing thinking, right? Now, putting that aside, the advice I want to give this young man here, Mr. Man, just to let you know, yes, it looks like you're into Bitcoin, and that's great. One thing you need to add to this, what you're doing, this service, this I guess process, is you need to understand that there are different ways for you to essentially generate. I'm going to say crypto in general, because you're generating sats, but you're generating it by earning it through having another job. As you're driving, you can actually it's not cheap, unfortunately. There is a cost to it, but you can actually earn another. You can earn another cryptocurrency, which is I forgot the I think the tickers is honey, but the device you want to basically look into is called Hivemapper. Yes, Hivemapper. Now, Hivemapper is pretty much the technology behind it. What it does is it allows for you to install a device into your car. You drive around, and I believe it's what you're doing is exactly what Google Maps does. This is what you'll be doing. You'll be driving around, and you're essentially helping it. What is it? You're helping to map the world. Pretty much is the best way I could say it. You know, I believe that I believe it is a camera, if I'm not mistaken. But all I know that just for you that's doing this, I went to South Africa early this year, and I remember like talking to the drivers. I'm thinking to myself, why aren't you guys? And by the way, I've actually told a friend of mine that actually does Uber. I've told this guy to jump on this. He's not listening. He said there's no financial advice, whatever that is. I didn't. What did he say? Sorry, guys. I'm just intrigued to know what you said there. Hold on.
Doing it.
Pro financial advice coming up. This is not financial advice.
You know, I've got a few mates who have been saying, if I could get paid in Bitcoin, I would get a Bitcoin job.
That doesn't.
But if you think about it, any job
It's
is a Bitcoin job.
I was talking about
If-
yeah, I read that already. He said if take it.
Okay, well, everybody else is doing it.
Oh, us doing a wrong move, right? I just don't want to miss anything important.
Just going around.
You talking about that?
That was definitely illegal.
Like, everyone else is doing it. Okay, cool. All right, no worries, guys. Let's just stop there with this. All right, so like I said, young man, Hivemapper. Make sure that you jump on this because it's essentially you just drive around and then you earn the honey token. I think there was a point. I don't know. So if you're familiar with anyone that don't know what I'm talking about or completely lost, you know, stuff like, for example, there's ways for people to use your internet bandwidth or whatever. And I believe one of them at one point was like, so they were like, they would like install these type of what do you call these things basically, right? But it allowed for your internet bandwidth to be used, and then you get like rewarded for this. So there's something called Helium that allowed for that as well, where you just get this device, it's an internet device, and then people that pair with your device and then use your device within that area, right, to basically surf the internet. You providing that service for them using your device, you get paid for it. That's exactly what this thing is doing in that well, not exactly what this thing is, sorry, but it's the exact same idea, right? Where you're doing a service and then you're getting rewarded for it, right? Or you're providing a service, right? You get rewarded for it. And that's what this Hivemapper thing is. It's essentially, like I said, when I was in South Africa, I was trying to tell the drivers, you guys, you should really be installing this thing. It does cost money, that's the thing. But by the time, you need to think about how the market works. If this young man knows how the market works, he should get into buy this device and then ride it up. And then when the honey token gets to a certain amount, convert that into sats, right? Because that's what you want, right? And I'm saying this because most altcoins, right, they perform better than Bitcoin, who is now the granddad of it all and has done has done in terms of the maximum moves, pretty much, right? The amount which is going up is just exponential, right? That's slowed down now, right? So a lot of people are saying that the Bitcoin returns aren't as high. There's a term that people say for it basically, right? The Bitcoin returns aren't as high, right, anymore, right? They're diminishing returns pretty much. It just popped into my brain. So because they're diminishing returns, there's others that are going to perform better than Bitcoin. Honey, I believe, is one of them. And all it takes for you to do is get this device, installing your car while you're, it probably is only going to cost around that 100 and something. So yes, you're going to miss £100 payment of sats basically, or you could just keep doing what you're doing. But this is another thing that you could do, and I don't know if it's even free. I don't know if probably check it right now. Let me just check a quick check right now to see what if it's a chance that it could be free. Let's see quickly. Give me 2 seconds, guys. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the video. You can sign out. You can sign out right now. Please sub to this guy when it comes to your personal finance. You look into it. Sub to this guy. It's someone that you should. Anyone that's complaining about cost of living, start subbing to people that are doing stuff like this. Start subbing to channels that you can relate to that are giving you. I never want to use the word advice in it, but they're suggesting to you what you could do in order to better your financial situation. The reason why I'm saying channels like this, people you can relate to, guys, is because when you go to others that are quite well known, it's hard for them to really focus on you, right? And certain maybe giveaways that they claim they can give, it's just harder for you to win when it's too much people. But when it's a smaller type of up and coming personality channel, whatever, you're able to actually get a lot from it, as well as the advice. So listen to these people that have their ear to the streets when it comes to the fintech industry and stuff. And where money is going. Listen to these guys, man. Get involved, man. Let me see. Hive Mapper costs. I'm going to find the cost right now, my guy, and tell you what the cost is for this thing. So it says pricing. Let's just see this. So I was correct. Yeah. So the token is Honey. So let me just describe what it is, guys. Right here for you. It says pricing. Get better eyes on the road. That's what it is. Get better. So it's for building the roads, building the routes for those that trying to find out routes and so forth. You do it. So choose the right solution for you. Street imagery, map image API. Connect our API into your existing pipeline for a direct source of fresh street level imagery from around the globe. This says $1 per road kilometer per week. Scout, I believe these are the devices. Explore our self-serve web-based tool to effectively monitor locations and get a preview of our imagery data. That's $2 per road kilometer per week. Static features is parking bundle time. Where's the price? What's all this £1? What is this? This stuff has changed. Before it was just, do you manage fleet of 10 vehicles? Beekeeper, fleet management, provide real-time visibility. HD map elements. Okay. Oh, so before, guys, they used to have the price. I think one time I saw it was like between £100 and £200. I know that's quite much of a discrepancy, but I really forgot. When, but that's pretty much what Hive Mapper is. So what you want to do again, is this young man anyway, because I'm always going to try to give suggestions where I can. So Hive Mapper survived. Hive Mapper seems to be dead in water. People are just saying it's dead as an idea. Let's see. When I purchased my first camera, but it's okay. So this is this is me being really open and fair, guys. I did mention this, but I'm also going to say it's only one review, but I'll just say what it says. So this is a Reddit review from someone, that posted in a Hive Mapper network. It said, this is 16th of February 2025, so around 2 months ago. When I purchased my first camera pre-February 2023 and waited a good long time, I looked at it as a tiny investment in a company that had a good idea. Receiving and getting started back then was well worth the wait. I'm almost weekly seeing paid map consumption activities. Visual is nice. HiveMapper is responding to the market, and their customers would be, sound like it's a good one. This takes time. I used to work in the electronics industry, and just prototyping circuit boards alone is a long process. Once more and more customers are utilizing the data, we are generating more and more tokens will be burned, and minting, driving the value of the tokens will hold up. In my opinion, I'll continue to hold and eventually see additional benefits of phase 2 of this adventure. Oh, so I thought we were going to talk nonsense. Why? Because the title of this Reddit post is "Will HiveMapper Survive?" So I thought I was going to talk some nonsense, especially because I saw other ones under it, which is another one that says part of the same network, but June 2024. It says HiveMapper seems to be dead in the water. So another one says waste of my time and money, this was posted in 2022. This one, the next one is October 2024. HiveMapper B shipment update, and if it's still worth the hassle. Well, I mean, you got to look into it. Yeah, this is the HiveMapper B smart tech gadgets. There's no point in me showing that. I don't know where you're going to see this basically, but £520. You might not want to get that, my guy. But that's the stuff. That might be a different one. This might be a different one, yeah, because I don't know. This is not even a HiveMapper website. This is some different thing. So, long story short, what this guy's doing is really, really good. When it comes to the cost of living, people complaining, all this stuff, guys. This is how you you'd want to combat it, and find different ways to make sure that everything you do, you don't work for free. So even when it comes to right now, guys, I'm surfing the web right now. Right, I'm using a browser called Brave browser. I'm using Brave browser, well, because it pays me in a token called BAT, basic attention token, right? So it pays me for surfing, and the person that created this browser is the person that developed whatever Google Chrome. Realized that, oh wow, Google Chrome takes all this stuff and takes our data and all this stuff, and we don't get anything for it. Same person then created Brave browser. So now when I surf the net, I get paid in BAT token, right? And how much it's worth, I don't know. I don't really check it. I'd rather do something and get paid for it than not. You know, same way there's other stuff like Sweat token. Again, Taxman, I didn't do anything. I'm not buying stuff. I'm just doing, and they're just giving me stuff for free. I walk on the street. I put on a thing called Sweat token. It gives me free sweat tokens. Well, it's called Sweat coin, but yeah. So what do you want me to do? So these are the ways. I'm just letting you know what can be done to earn. Since he's finishing on on this video, I'm gonna finish as well. So guys, I'm signing out on this one, and hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully you got something from this. Subscribe to the Road to One Bitcoin. I'm gonna be checking on this guy later on sometime to see how he's doing. But Saint signing out.